y'all. As you can see, I have brought a special guest today.
How y'all doing?
My name is Dasha. This is Natural Hair Daily. And joining us today is...
My name is Jock, a.k.a. that guy that put a ring on it.
Yes. I don't know how long you're going to call yourself that for.
That guy that put a ring on it? Shit, how long am I going to be that guy? Forever.
My face is so tight from this mask already.
I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, we waited quite a bit of time since we actually put on this mask to start this video. It's getting a little tight over here, so I'm gonna just hoping my face gets locked into a smile.
Oh my gosh. It's a little bit itchy. Okay, so on today's episode of Natural Hair Daily, the reason we look like this is because it is wash day in our household. And so, you know, we just, while we're waiting for our little mud mask, a little bentonite clay mask.
Hair mask.
Situation and our face mask to set in, we just gonna hop on here and talk to y'all right quick. I invited Jacques on today to ask him a couple of questions about his natural hair journey.
And I just came just to give just a couple of answers.
Thank you. You're so kind.
Just a couple.
So, question. What inspired you to start your natural hair journey? When did you start your natural hair journey, and what inspired you to start?
Okay, so I started my natural hair journey probably about, checking my math, I'm not even going to give it a number of months, but last October. And I literally started my natural hair journey the day I proposed to this woman. And what inspired me to start this natural hair journey, personally, I would say would 1000% be Dasha. And I was just like, hey, babe, what if I just let my hair grow? I just let it keep growing.
I remember I was like, I mean, if you want to, because I've never seen him with long hair, so I know if he was going to be walking around looking crazy or if it was going to look good.
Hey, auntie.
I can't even see. I don't have my contacts in, y'all. My forehead is itching.
You got your contacts in?
No, I don't.
I ain't gonna put your glasses on. So.
Anyways, continue.
Yeah. So that's really what inspired me, and what really inspired me was just really when you learn better, when you're exposed to something, it's almost like when you drive in a car. I don't know if anybody ever had a hoopty back in the day. And you know what I'm saying? How you turn your head around, you got the rear mirrors, but then you hop into like a 2015, 2017 car, and then you finally get like a backup camera. And you ever hop into somebody's car and they ain't got no backup camera? That's me getting in her car.
Oh my gosh.
She got a backup camera. I'll be in my car looking at the radio like it's gonna be a screen. So cutting my hair, I mean, I've always been like super health conscious, like in the natural things of that sort, but I honestly didn't even know I had curls until I met this woman. So after I proposed to her, we had like a baby wash day. You remember we deconditioned our hair that one time? Yeah. And she made it out of avocado, and she put some coconut milk in there. I was like, oh, what you throwing? I was like, let me get a little something. Man, and she literally, I looked at, I said, baby, I got curls. I said, I look good. And since then, I just been kind of letting it grow.
I didn't understand how you didn't know that you had curls.
No, look, y'all. I performed quite a bit of cardinal sins when it comes to curly hair. I had a pick, and I had a little bit of dry hair, and I would do this. And I would do this.
Breakage, y'all. We've been talking about breakage. That causes breakage. Yeah. Don't do that. Yeah. Do not comb your hair dry. I repeat.
Don't do that while
not comb your hair dry.
Yeah.
Always got to have moisture on it to comb it.
This is very true.
Thank you for tying into our damage series.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, awesome. Mm-hmm. So what's your experience been like thus far with your longer hair? Because it has gotten significantly longer.
You know, because I got the hair mask, but let me just, if y'all don't know, I relatively have probably about like 4B textured hair.
Okay, hair types.
Oh, yeah. So she got a man that's on it. I pay attention. I take a genuine interest. before I even met her in Black Woman, but now, like, just in natural hair and everything, and honestly, just like everything that she does, I make sure like I'm on point. So, you know, this is where hair meets healing. And what was your question again?
What's it like for you having longer hair?
Oh yeah, what it's like, honestly, it's nice. I like it. You know, I go around and I be getting on FaceTime. My brother, he's like, "Oh, big guy, your hair is growing." I'm like, "Yeah, man. You know, I got curls, cuz." You know, he's like, "Man, what you do?" I was like, "Man, juices and berries, baby. That's all I do, man. Juices and berries. That's all it is." So it's been juices and berries for me.
And juices and berries.
Yeah, for sure. My hair's not like I'm not like braiding it and doing all these different protective styles. So it's relatively been
I'm gonna get my fingers in there soon.
Simple for me to like maintain. Just I feel like one of the episodes we're gonna do is for the beard, and we're gonna reach out to our fellas on ingrown cis hairs and all that stuff, because that has been quite a beard journey for me. This journey compared to this journey, two totally different experiences.
Talk briefly about some beard transformations, some beard work we've been doing with you.
Man,
I know it's a lot of women in here, but men will be
no, because
well.
if half of these women got a man, they need to hear it. if half, that would mean 2.5 of y'all.
Hashtag decimals.
Basically, so I will say that the beard, first and foremost, the beard transformation. This is how you know it's love. She met her brother when he was a little patchy. And it started with when I grew up, my mama told me, when you get a pimple, leave it alone. Don't be popping it, all the other stuff. You're going to end up making marks and leaving scars on that stuff. You're going to mess up your face. So I leave it alone. So one day, it was just a little something right here. It started off real like man, what is that?
Okay.
What is that? You know what I'm saying? It started off that way. So I was like, all right, cool. I wash my face. I'm gonna just leave it alone. Man, in about a week, that Jones said. So when I would talk to people.
Wait. It said what, babe?
So when I would talk to people, I would be like, oh, they would be like, oh, it's like, yeah, you know, it's just a. So Layla, you licking the little mask off my hand. So they got a dog. It's a black dog. We blacked out in this house. But so either way, I had a cyst, and it grew and grew. And I went to my barber, and he was just like cutting around it. And I was like, what do you? He honestly had no feedback for me. I guess like what to do. He's talking about get like some skin tight or whatever it is to kind of dry it out. And ultimately, skin tight is an astringent. I don't even know what all the ingredients are in there. I personally stick to the tea tree oil and witch hazel nowadays. But skin tight is kind of like a aftershave, afterburn, whatever you call it, and it pretty much dries out your bumps and, you know, prevents the acne and all that stuff building up.
Gotcha.
So with that cyst, when it actually finally disappeared, it left literally a hole in my face. So when I be looking in the mirror, I be like this. But when we sit next to together, she really sitting this. So when we take pictures, and I'm thinking like we look nice, you know what I'm saying? Everything's cool. What I'm not realizing is that she's giving me a lot of love, because over here is just like this hole. And I had like cysts pop up over here, and what was happening, and what she ended up discovering. Honestly, that's just like the answer to your question. Like the experiences I had, I would always ended up getting like a bunch of cysts and things of that sort throughout my beard, and it would cause like different patches. Now, the connection was there. Don't try to play me. You know what I'm saying? I had a full beard. You know what I'm saying? It just kind of got a little situational at some points.
What happened was he was getting these ingrown hairs, and so underneath his skin, there were like hairs curling up under there, and it was just getting really inflamed, and the hair follicles around it started just like releasing the hairs basically, and so he had a big basically like bald patches in his beard from where Layla.
That's a guard dog.
Literally. Big bald patches in his beard where the hair follicles were almost like infected, and so they weren't growing hairs. And so we just had to be diligent about going in there and looking for those and taking the ingrown hairs and stuff out. It's been a process. And
Yeah.
we still go in there every once in a while and check out and make sure everything's going all right.
So what this incredible woman does is has open beard surgery, where she gets the sharpest.
It sounds like a really horrible experience when you put open beard surgery.
Let me tell you something. She got, I don't even know where I got these twizzlers from. That's first.
I don't either, but they're a godsend.
Yeah, so we got that, and she get her little phone flashlight. I'm gonna get her like the little thing to put around right here. She just point down and do it. But she literally just kind of goes through, and it's like she gets to tugging on hairs. And what she ended up seeing, it was like this little hair like this. And she had found like where it was inflammation, and she tugged on it. And that little hair that was just poking through my skin was actually this long.
Yeah.
And it came through, and when she pulled it up,
it's very painful. It doesn't feel good when I pull it out. But like the hair starts
I got a mask
growing.
on. Y'all can't even see what I'm going through right now.
The hair starts growing out of the skin, and then it's like it just the tip of the hair is sticking out, and the hair keeps growing, and it just never comes out. It just spirals under the skin. I've never seen anything like. I guess I've never been all up in a man's beard, so.
Cool. So for the women in here who got a man, get up in the beard. You know what I mean? Because it's a win-win. You know who? You know what I'm saying? She get to look at this, and I in turn, I don't have a bunch of holes in my face. So, but what I will tell you though, and if it's one thing you can encourage your men to do, or even for yourself, I'm not saying anybody has a beard. I'm just saying, what I was not doing was exfoliating at all. What we ended up getting rid of was a bunch of dead skin over time. So I ended up doing a olive oil and baking soda mix just to get in there and start exfoliating. And apple cider vinegar, doing a beard rinse with apple cider vinegar and scrubbing that in there and letting it sit for at least 5 to 7 minutes while I'm in the shower. Doing it a couple of times a week to reset the pH balance and get all that stuff going. I told you, juices and berries. Back to you.
That can work with your face as well. So that's something that I'll do on occasion if my skin has been dry or flaky or breaking out some. Then I'll use that mixture that he just talked about with the olive oil and basically oil cleanse on dry skin. So you can also just plain oil cleanse. I do an oil cleanse usually daily using coconut oil and just dry skin, not water, dry skin, because oil and I'm gonna go deeper into that in a later video. I know we talk about a lot of hair stuff, but that might be something that's beneficial as well, because
it is.
It's a part of the full glow up.
The healthier beard is as healthy as the skin under it.
Yep.
And it's the same with your scalp.
Yep.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Let's talk about it. Keep going. Any other questions?
No, I think that we've talked about a lot today already. That was great. Thank you for joining me today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
This is fun.
It's always a pleasure.
We might have to make this like a thing.
Yeah, this could be a thing.
Once every once in a while.
Maybe twice a week.
Twice a week will work.
3, 4, most of the days probably. we're gonna look at the numbers. See what we get on the ratings.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that has been today's episode of Natural Hair.
Oh wait, one question.
Yes.
So, Miss Hair Doula, Miss Dasha.
Yes.
Hair Doula. I have a very endearing question for you.
Okay.
So, if it's one thing that you all can't see, but what I've been going through, in the midst of like the holes that have come, I have like even up here have like different light spots or things of this sort. And what I learned is a lot of that, especially a lot of people talk about the midlife crisis, but they don't talk about the post-teen crisis when you get out of college and you're figuring it out. So during that time, I went from a full head of like hair to actually getting some light spots and things of this sort. And since being with you, I realized that is actually a significant part of your story. And I personally would like to know what is the connection between your hair and how you experience life from an internal perspective. Because when things hit the fan, it truly seems like the first thing that goes is how you take care of yourself, because you're externally taking care of all the other things, make things, whatever done. But what is that connection piece? I'm asking you, why'd I lose my shit? How'd it get?
Keep it PG.
Oh yeah.
We don't cuss on here.
How'd I lose my? Had to get a little lighter.
So, that is a great question. As you already know, I believe a lot of your hair lightening situation was probably caused by stressors of your own. And thinking about just how hair relates to life, as I've said before, the way that you take care of your body and the way that you're feeling on the inside, it comes out on the outside. So if you're not hydrating yourself well, then you're going to be looking dry and ashy. Your skin's not going to be looking supple. If you're not, eating foods that are really, really great for you, then your body, your hair, your skin, your body's not getting properly nourished. And so all these little things, oftentimes when we are stressed, for example, we usually start eating foods that aren't necessarily the healthiest. We don't take care of ourselves. We might not do our hair. When I'm stressed out, my hair doesn't even get done. It doesn't get attention because I'm not giving myself attention. I'm giving all my attention out externally to the things around me. I'm being reactive. And when you're being reactive and just, reacting to everything around you, you're not really able to take time for yourself. That's usually what we throw by the wayside first, even though that really is the priority. Because if you're not taking care of yourself, then eventually the other things around you will fall off too. So we talk about, with our mentors, production and production capacity. Mm-hmm. And so if you don't take care of yourself, which is like the golden goose, then anything that you produce, even if you're producing a lot, eventually you're not going to be able to produce anymore because you are going to break down. Your body's going to break down. If you're so focused on taking care of kids, taking care of a significant other, taking care of, this crisis, that crisis, work, that you don't focus on yourself, you don't get enough sleep, you don't nourish yourself properly, you don't drink enough water, then your body's going to break down. And if your body breaks down, then all those external things that you were working to take care of and juggle and balance, they're not going to get done either because you'll be out of commission. So it always starts with yourself. You want to make sure that your cup is full and it overflows into other cups, as opposed to, filling yourself up a little bit and dumping it out, trying to fill somebody else up. So that's very much what we practice in our relationship is we work on filling ourselves up with an understanding that it's going to flow into each other's cups. And so that kind of ties in a little bit with just hair and life and how that all works together, how it speaks to how you're experiencing your life. Because I know when I'm struggling, my room usually looks a mess, my hair usually looks a mess, my skin is usually breaking out and dry because I ain't taking care of it. All of that is usually happening, and I usually be tired too.
So listening to you, I picked up a few gems. I don't know if y'all are catching the gems, but I got the gems. When it comes, first and foremost, I asked this question very intentionally, and if you were just tuning in, it had to do with how stress and how you take care of yourself or your mindset. Honestly, we're just going to talk about stress, how that impacts your hair and like your actual physical body. Because during times where things got stressful for me, my hair went from very, very thick to, it still is thick, but in some areas it's gotten like light, right? And it's progressing. However, so you tune in at the right time because I'm just going to put it in a nutshell. So the stress that you incur and that you have, how you are relating to yourself, others, in life will print on your body outward. It's literally going to print to your body. Whether it comes out in your hair will begin to break off. There are actual chemical changes that occur in the body based on your emotions, stress, and how you're feeling and how you're relating and how you're going about things. And when on top of those physical changes that already occur, when you add the habits of turning to particular types of food, a lack of hydration, or sodas, or whatever things that aren't necessarily fueling and healthy and nutritional for your body and your actual worth, then that inhibits and actually adds to the stresses that you're stressing your body even out more. You're honestly just like,
it's a cycle.
Yeah, it's a cycle, and that ends up just really killing a golden goose ultimately. So
that's morbid. Gosh.
No, I mean,
your goose is dead.
It's not dead
because you didn't take care of it.
I mean, but like, ultimately, that's really what I'm hearing here. It's the more you invest into yourself and you're able to go in and take care of yourself and take care of your hair, or get back to the basics of just breathing, or whatever it may be, sticking to your healthy habits to make sure your cup runneth over, you'll have the capacity to deal with to be able to create joy in the face of any circumstance, ultimately.
Yep, absolutely. Thank you for that recap.
Thank you.
All right, so this is the end for real this time. This has been today's episode of Natural Hair Daily.
My name is Jack.
Thank you, Jack, for joining us today.
Oh, thank you, Ms. Hair Doula.
And let's see. I can't see. We have a couple people on.
Yeah, we do.
Does anyone else have any questions?
Yes.
How long is this episode?
Are there any questions?
Look, you tell me with your good eyes.
Okay.
Let me
hey,
know.
Mentee, so she popped in. Auntie Diana, everybody up in here. Any questions? Does anybody have any questions, whether it be about hair, life, any way to simplify your process, moisture, damage, breakage, whatever it may be?
Anything. Doesn't even have to be hair related.
It doesn't have to be hair related. It can be about us. If anybody wants to know how to properly take care of a black dog.
It can be about us. I know that's not the lyrics, but that's what I thought about when you said that. Okay.
Any questions? All right.
Doesn't look like it.
Anybody? I'm begging you.
So we're gonna sign off. Bye. I need to go wash this on my face. The itching has stopped, but I still need to wash this on my face.
Alrighty.